Hi everyone, this is Delene with McDonald's Sewing and Vacuum, and today I want to talk to you, take you through the basics of using the PFAFF Ambition 610 machine. The first thing I want to show you is how to wind a bobbin. And so we're going to take a spool of thread, and there is a spool holder up here that lays horizontally or goes vertically. Because I'm using a cross-wound spool of thread, and that means the thread goes in different directions as it's wound, I'm going to lay that thread down on its side. If I had a straight wound spool where the threads just go straight around, I would stand that up vertically. Okay, so I'm going to put my spool on and lay it down vertically, or horizontally. And then I'm going to kind of just follow the arrows to wind a bobbin. So I'm going to take my thread back underneath this piece of plastic right here next to the spool. And then I'm going to take it back through this metal guide right here. And there's a little arrow going around, and I'm going to take it following that arrow. I'm going to come up around this metal guide, and then around the tension. This little screw right here provides all the tension for winding the bobbin. So you need to make sure that you get the thread nice and firmly into that area. Then you're going to take a bobbin, and I like to take my thread from the middle, through the middle, and out this hole in the top. And I may have to trim my thread, but we'll see if I can. Oh, here's the hole. There's a hole right there in the top. So I just take my thread from the middle and through the top. We'll do it again. I did it, but then I lost it. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to grab hold of that, maybe. And I'm going to put my bobbin down on the bobbin winding spool right there, pin right there, and I push it over to the right. Now the screen shows me that bobbin winding is on, and I like to use my start-stop button for this, and that is right here. It kind of angles down, and so I'm going to push that. I'm going to let it wind for a little bit while I hold on to this end, and then I'm going to stop it and take a pair of scissors, and I'm going to trim this end off, and then I can keep winding until it's full. I'm not going to wind that completely full because I have another bobbin. You may or may not, if you do wind the bobbin until it's full, the machine may or may not stop the motor. Generally, it will get over to this little stopper right here, this little white piece of plastic here, and that will at least slow it down. If you want it to stop completely, you can actually adjust this. There's a little screw right here. Just loosen that screw, move that out a little bit, and tighten it back up. But that's just if you want to be able to control how much winds on the bobbin so it will stop automatically. Okay, so I'm going to take my bobbin, and there's actually a nice little cutter built right in, so I'm going to lift it up, cut that thread with that cutter, and then I'm going to take the full bobbin that I wound earlier, or fuller bobbin, and I'm going to put it in the bobbin case. This machine comes with a a drop-in bobbin, which is wonderful. Some of the features of a drop-in bobbin are that you can sew onto the edge and off of the edge of the fabric without creating knots and clumps. That's one of the really nice things. Also, you can kind of see when your bobbin's about to run out, when your bobbin thread's getting low. So I'm going to take the thread over the top to the left or counterclockwise if you think that way, and I'm just going to, the reason they call it a drop-in bobbin is you just drop it right in. Now I'm going to put my finger on top of that bobbin. This is really important because I'm going to bring the thread around and bring it under this plastic guide right there, and as I do so, I hold on to the bobbin and then pull that thread to the left. And as I pull it over, I want to listen or feel for it to click into the tension. It's very important that you get your thread into that bobbin tension, or it's not going to form a stitch correctly, and you'll have problems with stitches not forming right, and so on. Then you take the cover, that's just clear plastic cover, and it's got a couple of little tabs that you fit into the left side there and push it down. And it's got a cutter right there, so you trim that and you're ready to go. The other nice thing about a drop-in bobbin is that you don't have to pull up your thread before you start sewing.